Hi, I'm Malachi McCormick, and this is Stone Street, and in the building behind here is where I have the Stone Street Press, where I've been making books, handmade books for the last, actually since 1980. I've made quite a few in that time. And it's actually, there aren't that many handmade books around anymore for pretty obvious reasons. But I like to make them that way, and it allows me to make the book the way I want it to look. And there are many elements that go into the look of a book, and so I can choose all of those. And over the years evolve different ideas, different looks, different materials. This is oddly enough, it's a wonderful time for papers, which you see they come in from all over the world. Beautiful stuff, and gives a great, just that element alone allows you to introduce such a wide range of creativity to a book, and then add to that the fact that I do all of my work in calligraphy. I sit and I write the material on my computer, but then when I transcribe it onto the page, for my original master of the book, that's done line by line. I've probably done more calligraphy than anybody else in the world, because every book is done that way. And you can see 80, 90, 100 pages of normal 30, 35, 40 lines per page, and 40 characters wide on the line. So that's a lot of calligraphy. And people say to me, why don't you get a font, use fonts? And I said, well, there's lots of books made that way. I'll make them this way. And it's very interesting to find, the eye sees so much that we're not conscious of. One of the great things now, for example, when you look at a page, is not so much the type or the marks on the page as the margins, the space, the not unmarked part of the page. A lot of people don't understand that, but it actually more than anything else, has a huge effect on the look of the page. And then in the calligraphy itself, if you can think for a moment, we're working with an alphabet that's 26 characters, and every A, I imagine, here's the way you make an A, so I make it that way. But when you actually look microscopically at every page, you see that every A that I've tried to make the same has actually got very minor differences to it. And to my mind, that looks very much like the eye appreciates this variation. We don't like everything the same. We like it to have a certain amount of variation. So even that little fact that most people wouldn't be aware of does play into the overall experience of reading a handmade book.